You may have seen this Denis Siplenkov versus Ivan Matyushenko practice pull. Denis is casually holding Ivan, and Ivan couldn't do anything. He simply cannot get out of that offensive position that Denis Siplenkov is in. But isn't Ivan the current East versus West 115 kg champion? Didn't he just beat Dave Chaffee at East versus West 23? So what is happening here? Well, the thing is that Ivan explained what happened before this pull. But let's talk about their left arm practice pull too. Here, Ivan is casually holding Denis. Denis, I would assume, is going almost all out for a practice session, not a super match kind of all out. So you understand what I'm saying, about 80 to 90% maybe. And after waiting for a while, Ivan casually rips open Denis Siplenkov's left arm. It's not close. Ivan is the guy who took rounds from Artyom Morozov, who gave a good fight to Alijan Muratov in the first round. So obviously Denis is not on his level. Before this practice, Ivan mentioned that his right arm is still hurting after the Dave Chaffee match. This video was recorded before East vs West 24, so somewhere in between East vs West 23 and 24. He said for a couple of weeks he couldn't even bend or straighten his arm. It was that bad. Then it seemed to let up, it seemed to recover, and he started training a little with light weights, and then basically the problem returned. His arm started hurting once again. So he doesn't really feel like exerting too much on the table or in the gym at this moment. That's why he planned to rest for another month before trying anything. Then the natural question is, how is he going to defend his belt against Michael Todd in the next East vs West event at Batumi, Georgia? Because Robert Baxter has basically announced that match. Well, the announcement came after this video was recorded, so maybe there have been some amendments made, maybe they have discussed it after that, and only then Robert made the announcement after confirming from Ivan Matyushenko. But I still somehow doubt that. Because in this video, Ivan was saying that there used to be a rule that you had to defend your title within a year if you want to keep it. But now, based on new information, Ivan has realized that there is no such rule anymore because Levan is still the champion. So that's why he also thinks that he can take as much time as he wants for good preparation. And if the organizers don't agree with that, they can do whatever they want. If they want to take the title away from him, then so be it. But if he wants to face top guys like Michael Todd or Devon Larratt in the future, he needs at least 6 months to prepare for that. So if we go by Ivan's words, he's not going to compete at the next event. But Robert has already announced the match. I would like to see some clarification on this from East vs West. About 4 or 5 days ago, Nick Simmons uploaded a practice pull with Brian Shaw, where Brian was kind of casually holding him in the center and Nick was trying as hard as he can. I hope that this practice is recent and I hope Brian Shaw is still arm wrestling. He's a big guy, he's a strong guy, but he needs more dedicated training and arm wrestling sessions. Larry Wheels arm wrestled this 14-year-old kid. Take a look at this video.
Oh, fuck me, dude. It's like 100% they bring him down. Has anybody beaten you in school? Yeah, no one's ever gonna do that. At 14, I was like 120 pounds. They're gonna be a monster, dude.
I'll be back next year.
All right.
You better bring it.
So Larry was saying that it took 100% power from him to bring this boy down. I don't think he was going all out. The setup was all weird. They were not standing. It was not a proper table. And maybe Larry just said it to motivate this young guy. And he even told him that he's going to be a problem for many people in the future if he keeps arm wrestling. Devon Larratt versus Yanis Omolin's practice pull. As expected, Yanis was kind of tired because he defeated Craig Touye just a day before this. Devon was also not fresh. I'm just guessing because Devon is never fresh. He's arm wrestling dozens of people, hundreds of people sometimes every single day. But the difference between the Devon versus Yanis practice pull, which happened nearly 2 decades ago or more than 1.5 decades ago, and now is unbelievable. At that time, Devon really had to go hard. And now he's holding Yanis like he isn't even an arm wrestler. And then the same thing with Tom Holland. Tom sets the hook against almost anyone in this world. But against Devon, he didn't even try it. He was initially going for a top roll and then switching to a flop press. That's how good Devon's pronation is, even if he isn't really trying. At that moment, Devon was really taxed. And then came Lars Rohrbacken. So Lars was going to be a little bit difficult for Devon, and you can clearly see that he was separating Devon's arm a lot. So Lars' back pressure was definitely working against Devon. But even from this compromised situation, Devon successfully negated Lars Rohrbachehn's attempt to switch to a flop press. And this is something that Devon has developed after his loss against Gennady Kvikwinia. He simply told himself that nobody is going to go in a flop press against me, at least not in multiple rounds. That's why now, compared to 3 years ago, he is much more successful at preventing a flop. Not defending a flop, but preventing a flop and defending a flop too. We also saw Devon versus Jerry doing this air pulling thing, and Jerry seemed to be really excited about that. And in fact, this was the first time that he had ever tried this. Was my first time trying this. Was very impressed at how difficult it was, but was also impressed to do so well at it. Took on both lariats. It seemed like Jerry couldn't even stand while he's pulling like that. Then the Auden video. Learned a new arm wrestling judo dancing event from Devon and Auden. The crowd formed quick and it heated up fast too. And he has uploaded 4 videos back to back from this pulling session, so he clearly enjoyed it. A couple of years ago, we saw Auden versus Hermes Gasparini at one of the practice pulls, and Devon was watching it carefully at that time. He was seeing how Hermes was controlling Auden and how Auden was trying to get out of Hermes Gasparini's hand. Well, they practiced once again, and still it looks pretty much the same despite that 2 years gap. We also saw Devon versus John, both hands, first right-handed, and Devon was just playing with John. He was allowing John to do a lot of things here. It is kind of good and bad too that we have to see Devon literally treating John like maybe crazy George now, because John is getting old and Devon is in the best shape of his life. Even left-handed, he was allowing John to get into his position, and John even called Devon out to try to get out of that position. Still, Devon didn't try. He could have held John there for a few seconds and bleed him out before bringing him back, but Devon decided not to do that.
Come on, John!
We also saw Devon versus Gordon Ryan. He was teaching him a lot of stuff. Devon is obviously impressed by Gordon. We saw John versus Gordon too. And when John allowed Gordon to arm wrestle a little bit, it became difficult for him to hold on to him. But when John initiated, he went through him like nothing on the left arm. Gordon was also coached the next day by Yanis, both left and right-handed. He taught him the basics of top roll, posting, back pressure, pronating, doing all of these things in a chain, single movement. He taught him how to work out on the pulley system too, how to work out his cupping, his pronation, and a bunch of other stuff. And Gordon seemed to be learning pretty fast. Let's take a look at these comments. It's obvious he picks up very quickly. He will understand body mechanics better than most people. Gordon has potential. This guy, with his understanding of body mechanics, would make a spectacular arm wrestler. Hope he's intrigued. Gordon immediately locking in and studying new science. And his hand and wrist are thick too. For a 100 kg guy, he seemed very well built for arm wrestling. Let's discuss some highlights from his recap interview about East vs West 24. So Gordon said that it was an amazing experience to train with the elite arm wrestlers like Devon Larratt and John Brzenk. He felt like a child at the arm wrestling table because their strength could move him effortlessly. He compared that feeling to how he makes other people feel on the jiu-jitsu mat. He rolled with Devon on the concrete floor. That was a funny moment. They had no mat, so he had to be careful with Devon not to smash his head on the floor. He also said that Devon has much better body awareness than other people because of Devon's judo background. He found Devon's giant hands and arm wrestling strength particularly interesting to deal with. He shared a story about some arm wrestler. Obviously at this event, it was a 160-pound arm wrestler, and he casually stopped Gordon and beat him like nothing. But in all of the conventional lifts, Gordon will be much stronger than that guy. He was asked if he could arm wrestle any UFC fighter. He named John Jones and literally called him out. He says that John is a friend and he would love to challenge him in arm wrestling. Finally, Gordon compared this East versus West event to the ADCC or World Championship of Jiu-Jitsu. He thanked Devon for introducing him to the athletes and helping him understand the sport. He's currently trying to learn both technical side of arm wrestling and also the story, the rivalry, the history of arm wrestling. He thanked the organizers of East versus West for the invitation. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I will see you again.